The tunnels beneath New London stank of rot and rust. Water dripped endlessly from cracked pipes, and the hum of the upper city's power grid pulsed through the damp walls like a distant heartbeat. 18-year-old Taren Holt had lived down here for as long as he could remember, ever since the fire that took his parents and the city took everything else. He was a ghost to the world above. Up there, humans bowed to alien nobles who ruled since the Alliance, though no one in the slums had seen much peace from it. Down here, among the rats and runoff, Taran survived by scavenging. That night, he was knee-deep in the filthy water when he heard it, a cry, faint but unmistakably alive. He froze. The sound came again, weaker this time, a voice, trembling with pain. Taran followed it, weaving through corroded pipes until his flashlight beam landed on something impossible. A girl lay half-submerged against a stone wall, her pale blue skin glistening under the grime. Her long white hair clung to her face, and her left leg bent at a wrong angle. Her breathing was ragged. "Hey, are you okay?" Her golden eyes snapped open, and for a moment, they burned like twin suns. She tried to move, but winced, clutching her leg. "Stay back," she hissed. Her accent was strange, clipped, like the upper citizen's speech, but softer. Taran raised both hands. "Easy. I'm not gonna hurt you. You need help." She tried to lift a small device from her belt, but it sparked uselessly. Taran saw now that it was alien tech, probably a communicator or a weapon. "Doesn't look like it's working," he said quietly. "You'll die down here if I leave you." She blinked, as if unsure how to respond. Finally, her shoulders slumped. "My leg that's broken. I fell from the transport bridge." "Then you're lucky I found you." He carried her to his hideout, a dry alcove near a vent shaft where warm air from the city above filtered through. It wasn't much, a scavenged cot, a cracked mirror, a few tins of food. She shivered as he wrapped her in a blanket. Her skin was cold to the touch. "What's your name?" he asked, heating water over a makeshift stove. She hesitated. "Valyra. I'm not supposed to be here." "I figured. Nobody from up there ever comes down here on purpose." He handed her a cup of warm broth. She eyed it suspiciously before sipping, then exhaled softly, some color returning to her cheeks. "You're human," she said after a while. "Why help me?" Taran gave a faint smile. "Because you're hurt. And because down here no one else would." Her gaze softened, and for the first time, she seemed less like some shining creature and more like a lost girl. That night, Valyra slept restlessly, muttering in her strange tongue. Taran kept the fire low and tried not to stare at the faint luminescence beneath her skin. In the dim light, she looked fragile, beautiful but wrong somehow, like something out of a dream. When morning came, Taran awoke to find her sitting upright, examining her broken leg wrapped in makeshift bandages. "You did this?" she asked. "Yeah. Use some clean cloth and splints from old pipes. Should hold until you can heal properly." She touched the splint, then met his eyes. "You saved me. Do you understand what that means?" Taran shrugged. "Means you're alive." She laughed, a small, musical sound that filled the tunnel. "Where I come from, saving another's life binds them. A debt of spirit." He blinked. "You don't owe me anything." Her expression turned serious. "It doesn't work that way." By midday, the sound of boots echoed through the tunnels, metallic, sharp, purposeful. Valyra stiffened instantly. "They're looking for me," she whispered. "Who?" "Enforcers. My ship, it wasn't an accident. I escaped." Taran's heart pounded. "You're a fugitive?" "I was being taken to the upper city to be sold to one of your human politicians. I refused. They call me property." Her voice cracked. So I ran. The boots grew louder. Taren grabbed her hand.
Come on.
This way. They ran through narrow corridors until they reached the old storm drain. Taren pried open a rusted grate and motioned for her to crawl through.
Go, he hissed.
She hesitated. What about you? I know these tunnels better than anyone. I'll lead them away. Her golden eyes met his, and for a heartbeat, something wordless passed between them. Then she was gone, vanishing into the dark. Taren sprinted down the opposite passage. He barely made it 50 feet before blinding lights flooded the tunnel. 3 armored figures appeared, their helmets bearing the insignia of the KRYTH Dominion, one of the alien factions ruling Earth. Human, barked the lead officer. You have encountered a fugitive female of House Valyra. Her location. Taren's jaw tightened. Haven't seen anyone. A mechanical hand clamped around his throat, lifting him off the ground. Lies cost more than your life down here. Through the pressure, Taren managed a grin. Guess you'll have to kill me then. The officer's visor flickered, reading his pulse. After a moment, the hand released him. Waste of flesh, the alien muttered, and motioned to the others. Search the west tunnels. As they left, Taren collapsed, gasping. His chest burned, but his heart raced for a different reason. He'd just defied the KRYTH. No one did that and lived long. He had to find Valyra again. By nightfall, the tunnels were quiet. Taren followed the vent shafts to the old pumping chamber where he'd told her to hide. She was there, crouched by the water, her communicator now glowing faintly. They almost caught me, she whispered when she saw him. But the signal, my people are coming for me. Taren nodded, relieved.
Good.
You'll be safe. She tilted her head. And you? I'll stay. The surface isn't made for people like me. Her brow furrowed. Taren, when my ship arrives, the Dominion will track the energy pulse. They'll purge this sector. He stared. You mean everyone down here? She nodded slowly. They call it sterilization. No witnesses. A cold weight sank into his gut. Then we stopped them. The next hour passed in frantic motion. Valyra rerouted her communicator through the old grid access point while Taren scavenged batteries and wires. I can delay the pulse long enough to mask the signal, she said. But I'll need power, more than this system has. Taren hesitated, then looked toward the giant generator core beneath the chamber. It's tied to the upper grid. If I overload it manually, she realized what he meant.
No.
The radiation would kill you. He smiled faintly. Guess it's a good thing I'm already halfway to dying down here. Before she could protest, he was climbing the ladder toward the generator. Sparks danced as he connected wires and crossed circuits. Alarms wailed. The chamber lights flickered violently. Taren, Valyra shouted. That's enough. He looked down one last time, sweat and grime streaking his face, eyes bright. Go home, Valyra. Don't let them make you property again. Then he yanked the final lever. A wave of white light flooded the tunnels. When the glow faded, the hum of the city returned. Valyra stumbled toward the generator platform, but Taren was gone. Only his jacket remained, draped across the rail. Her communicator pulsed softly. A voice spoke in her native tongue. Princess, we have you. Coordinates locked. She clenched the device, tears streaking her blue cheeks. Not yet. There's something I must do first. The next day, New London's morning news carried a strange story. A sudden power surge in the lower districts restored full energy to the entire human quarter for the first time in years. No casualties were reported, but one maintenance shaft was found collapsed, sealing off the old sewers forever. No one mentioned the blue light that some claimed had risen from the drains that night, or the silhouette of a girl who climbed into the dawn and vanished. Weeks later, high above the clouds aboard a silver ship, Valyra of House Vera stood at a viewport, clutching a worn human jacket. Her leg had healed, but something inside her hadn't. "Princess," said her aide softly, "our counsel awaits." She nodded, then whispered to herself, "He gave me freedom. I'll give his world hope." Below, Earth turned slowly, a wounded, forgotten world where a poor sewer boy had done what empires would not. And somewhere, in the hum of the city's wires, a faint current carried his name. Taren Holt, the boy who defied the stars.